Hello, this is Robert. You can see we're at a completely different setting. I'm here at Disney World on vacation with my family. I've always spoke about acquiring rare coins. Today, we're going to talk about acquiring rare and scarce coins in your pocket change. So even in Disney World, I still think about rare coins because to me, going through my pocket change is Disney World. And what I'd like to share with you today is where you can actually get coins. Now there are a lot of sources, people go to coin shows, they attend auctions, but I like to simplify things, break things down in twos. The two options that I would recommend would be the coin dealer, but what I want to specify today is finding coins in change. And there's still fair amount of nice stuff that you can find out there if you can keep your eyes open. So as an example, if you search your pocket change, you'll find wheat pennies, you'll find silver dimes, quarters, and halves minted before 1964, and possibly, on occasion, you might find something a little nicer. Now, to illustrate the point, let's consider what they're worth. A silver dime has $1 worth of silver in it. You have war nickels. These are Jefferson nickels, minted between 1942 and 1945. They have the big mint marks above the dome, the P, D, and the S. They have 80 cents worth of silver in them. Silver quarters that you find in change up to 1964, they actually have a cash value of $3. That's the value of the silver. Silver half dollars, $6. And here's something interesting. Kennedy halves that you see all the time, they still made silver half dollars after 1964. Between 1965 and 1970, they still had a 40% silver content, so the value of the silver in these half dollars is still worth $2. And one other thing I'd like to tell you about the wheat cents that you'll find. Yes, I have found wheat pennies as old as in the 1920s in real good condition that are worth a couple of bucks. But even if you don't find the scarce or the rare dates, they still have 2 cents worth of copper in them. So they're still worth more money above face value. At this point, I thought I'd show you some actual examples of what I found in the pocket change. Now this will just be a small sampling. Here you're going to take a look at two very high grade Lincoln pennies. To the left is a 1925 in extremely fine condition. To the right will be a 1950 in extremely fine condition. Now let's take a minute to look at the reverses. These are the wheat cents. These were the reverses of the Lincoln pennies that were minted from 1909 through 1958. From 1958 and onward, they did the Lincoln Memorial reverse. These coins are very popular. Even those that are not particularly scarce, they're popular and they're hoarded. And as indicated, if they don't have value as a scarcity, they definitely have value due to the copper content. Recently, we spoke about actual scarcities that we found in the pocket change. Scarce coins, mint errors. Here's a pair of 1984 doubled ear Lincoln pennies. Doubled earlobes. If you look on the earlobes, these were found in pocket change. Both high grade circulated. The one on the right looks like it's about an AU 50 or an AU 55. Continuing on with mint error scarcities in your pocket change, here's a pair of 1995 double dies. Doubling of the Liberty, doubling of the date 1995 on both, and doubling of the In God We Trust. More strongly on the In God. Again, if you keep looking, you'll find something like these in your pocket change. There was a 1970S small date that I also found in pocket change. They made a couple of varieties. They made a large date and they made a small date. This is the small date because the 0 is hanging a little lower and the stem of the number 7 is pretty much an angular slope without that bend at the bottom. Again, speaking of scarcities and mint errors in the pocket change, This was the 1954 S mint mark over the D mint mark. Now let's take a moment to look at the reverse. If you look real closely, you'll see the base of the D under the bottom lip of the S. Here's a couple of silver war nickels that I found in my pocket change. Due to the scarcity of nickel during the years of World War II, they substituted the nickel content with an alloy of manganese and 35% silver. Look at the coloring of the obverses of the coin. 1945. Now what's going to be interesting, when we flip them over, you'll see that they have very interesting and distinct mint marks. Above the dome of the Monticello building happens to be the mint marks. P for Philadelphia, very distinct and large, and S for San Francisco. Now, since we're talking about the coinage of World War II, copper was also a scarce material. So in the year 1943, they made the wartime steel cent. This is a steel penny. Take a look at the front, 1943. And if we can look at the reverse, again, it's a wheat penny. Now here's something unique, and this is something I'm going to have to discuss in one of my future videos. We have to discuss the subject of proof coins. This is a proof coin. They're not supposed to be found in circulation because they weren't meant to be circulated coins. Again, I found this in pocket change. Apparently, somebody broke up a cent. They broke up a set of coins and spent it. You take a look at the feature of the coins, take a look at the obverse and the device, which is George Washington's head, the lettering and the date. You'll notice a nice whitish frosted coloring going against a mirrored surface. In addition, you can see the S mint mark, which is another telltale sign for proof coins, because in the latter part of the 20th century, a large number of your proofs were exclusively minted in San Francisco. So again, here's a look at the obverse, and if we can take a moment, we could look at the reverse of the coin. Again, the method of determining your proofs, nice white frosted surfaces of the devices and the lettering going against the mirrored finish of the flat fields. Again, very interesting find. So the family trip will be over shortly, but just bear in mind when it comes to collectible coins that you can find in circulation, although some of them may not have a value as a result of a scarcity, they do carry a value as a result of the metal content, the copper and the silver, so in a sense, they are real money. So we'll be talking again, and until then, Chanta.
And telling myself you're happier.